Infatuation isn't romance. It's a bug in the system, a mental malfunction. It's a repeating cycle in our minds that locks onto someone until we claim them or crash trying. Guys waste years chasing approval. They pick up gifts. They fire off sweet messages at dawn. They nod along to stories that bore them, scraping for bits of interest. They swap their self-respect for a glance. And what do they earn? Stuck in the buddy zone. Betrayed. Dumped for the dude who skips all that effort. Here's the harsh truth the world keeps quiet. Ladies don't fixate on guys who pamper them like royalty. They fixate on those who leave them puzzled, like a riddle without a solution. But let's dig deeper before we dive in. This isn't just about flipping the chase, it's about understanding the raw wiring of human desire. Society sells you fairy tales of chivalry and endless compliments, but reality runs on tension, mystery, and a touch of chaos. If you've been burned by playing it safe, if you're tired of being the reliable backup plan, these tactics are your reset button. They're drawn from the undercurrents of psychology, evolution, and real-world grit. Use them wisely because once you ignite that spark, it can consume everything in its path. Remember, true power comes from within. These are tools, not crutches. I'm not here to coach you on being the perfect partner. No tips on being her rock. Instead, I'll unlock the secrets of her inner drives. I'll reveal how to tweak the emotional code that sparks her pursuit. We're diving into 8 mental hooks, call them tactics if you like, that skip her rational side and tap straight into her primal urge to pursue. But heads up, these are strong stuff. They draw on the shadowy side of brain chemicals, unpredictable rewards, and self-doubt shattering. Flip these on, and there's no easy off switch. She won't just fancy you, she'll yearn for you. Absence will hit like detox. If you can't handle being someone's everything, if you're not tough enough for that fire, bail now. Flip to a feel-good clip. Drift back to normalcy. But if you're set to flip the script from pursuer to the one who lingers in thoughts, pay attention. Tactic 1, the void of approval. Kick off with the blunder nearly all dudes make right at the start. They overpraise. Spot an attractive lady. Instincts fire up. You rush to impress, prove you're kind, accomplished, witty. You chuckle too much at her quips, nod to every word, shower compliments on her appearance from the jump. You figure it's suave, but you're really smothering any spark. Sparks need breathing room. They need oxygen. Flood every pause with flattery, every break with comfort, and there's zero space for her curiosity, zero space for unease. And without a dash of unease, fixation doesn't ignite. The void of approval is mastering the skill of offering zilch when she anticipates praise. Here's the play. She cracks a joke. It's lame. The average Joe forces a laugh to win points. You, I, her. Grin faintly. Maybe a sly one. But hold the laughter. Let quiet stretch for a few beats. In that stretch, her thoughts race. Why no reaction? Am I off? Does he dislike me? There, you've slipped into her psyche. Or she drops a pic online, bait for attention. It racks up hundreds of thumbs up and comments calling her divine. She waits for you to pile on. To be admirer 301, you stay silent, view it, skip the like. No words, no emoji. That's the void. Emptiness pulls in. By denying the easy ego boost she's hooked on, you spark her drive to chase it. She amps up, probes deeper, dresses sharper around you, initiates contact. She's filling the gap you carved. Dudes dread quiet, thinking it spells doom. But quiet is a blank slate. If you dare leave it empty, she'll doodle her fixation across it. Tactic 2, the thrill ride of brain highs. Hands down the riskiest on this roster. It's the hook that snares folks into betting addictions. What Rex lives at casinos? Picture a lab mouse hitting a bar for chow every press. Steady, dull, it only taps when starved. But mix it up. Sometimes chow, sometimes nada, sometimes jackpot, sometimes zap. That mouse hammers away till collapse. That's random payoff. Most guys are steady, dependable, reply in seconds, bid goodnight daily. Clockwork, and clockwork kills fire. For fixation, morph into the gamble. Swing from affectionate to distant, engaged to aloof. One session, you're full throttle. Rapid responses, jokes fly, charm oozes, dates line up. You flood her with feel-good rushes. She buzzes, he digs me, this is real. Next, retract. Delay replies by hours. Keep them brief, drop the flare, you're occupied. On your grind, her mind unravels. What shifted? My fault? Another girl? Phone checks spike. Worry mounts. Stress hormones surge. Then as meltdown nears, ping her. Missed ya. Wham. The rush amplifies from the buildup. Relief hits like bliss. You've linked her wiring to equate you with that peak. She's hooked not on you, but the worry relief loop you spin. Manipulative? Sure. Harsh? Maybe. Potent? Without question. They claim to seek steady sweetness. But who haunts their tears? Who lingers in thoughts? The enigma? The challenge? The one whose favor is earned, not handed out. Tactic 3. Shatter the throne. Psychology has this thing called the aura bias. We figure if someone's stunning, they're also clever, warm, captivating. Guys slap this on women nonstop. They elevate her, handle her like a star. And stars? They brush off fans. To spark her fixation, ditch the fan role. Step up as the evaluator. Not about cheap digs or clowning insults. That's immature, reeks of doubt. It's about gentle disregard for her self-image. About staying cool to what dazzles others. She's accustomed to guys crumbling at her entrance, stammering. You, pierce beyond the glamour. Chat without praising her gaze, smile, or figure. Not now. Those are dime a dozen. Instead, poke at her worldview. If she plays hard edge, say, you pull off the tough act solid, but I spot the soft core underneath. If she's the crowd pleaser, note, bet it's draining always performing to grab the spotlight. This shatters the throne. You're chipping at the facade she shows, the flawless, alluring, bold one, and exposing a sliver. You're signaling, I get the true you, the hidden parts. It's magnetic, because nobody craves adoration for a facade. They crave recognition of their core. By bypassing the obvious and addressing the essence, even with a mild critique, you forge a closeness missing from the barbires. Fans idolize the shell. The real guy peels it back. Be that guy. Tactic 4, the denial that builds strength. We're in a sea of agreeers. Guys dodging clashes at all costs. Petrified of her exit, they cave to all. Fancy this spot? Yep. Dig this flick? Totally. Hold my bag? Gladly. Each forced yes chips at your core, handing her the shard, and she resents it. Control erodes respect. Biology blocks it. If you're malleable, you're fragile. And she craves unbreakable. Master denial. Not furious, not guarded, but steady, commanding. Nah, not feeling that place. Can't do Friday. Don't see it that way. Boundaries flip the script. You choose. You shine. Kids probe barriers. Yielding walls scare them. Solid ones secure. Be solid. Her first reaction? Irked. Pushback. Sulks. But deep down, admiration surges. You got standards. Spine. Not another satellite. Your own orbit. Denial stirs desire in those drowned in agreement. Tactic 5, the envy pyramid. Face facts on wants. We covet what's coveted. Empty diner, sketchy eats. Queue wrapping blocks? Must try. You'll brave storms for a bite. Women read crowds sharp. No female interest. Flawed goods. But hint of rivals? Value skyrockets. That's prior choice. The standard dude boasts. X keeps buzzing. Server was into me. Lame. Overkill. Real prior choice whispers. Vibe. Platonic gals who value you. Text buzzes. You grin. Keep mum on sender. Unfazed by her potential dip. Since options abound. You both know. No need to flaunt. Just vibe desired. Out together, charm the server. Not overt, genuine. Spark her grin. Cheer the elder nearby. Display your aura draws safety, joy. Witnessing female vibes, her rivalry ignites. Shifts from, do I want him? To how to hold him. She leases your focus, renewal daily. That lost dread fuels fixation. Full ownership kills it. Threat of snatch away keeps it alive. Tactic 6. Seed upcoming longing. A nuanced craft. About sowing ideas that bloom in solitude. Guys stick to now. Day okay? Up to? Snooze. For fixation, invade her tomorrow. Tie yourself to untried moments. Drop lines like, gotta hit this joint sometime. Not sure you can take the heat though. This preview screams that tale you shared. Catch it soon. You're forging dangling threads. More on that ahead, but here, you sketch a duo exploring, pushing limits. Twist, plant, then vanish. No quick follow-through. Now, spotting that eatery, you pop up. Trailer airs. You echo. You embed cues in her world that summon you remotely. That's upcoming longing. She aches for an unborn memory, pines for a vision co-authored in dreams. It brews fate, makes her sense you're bound, as her mind's previewed it. Tactic 7, the unfinished pull. Ever binged a series cliffhanger? Fade to black. You rant, hunt spoilers, buzz pals, obsessed till next drop. Why? Minds loathe loose ends. The unfinished pull. We cling to incompletes over wraps. Most guys are wraps. Spill all date 1? Hard on sleeve? No secrets. Book shut fast. For fixation, be the hanger. Hold back. Mid-tail peak? Pause. Long one, finish later, time's up. She pleads. Grin. Soon. Home, what's on her mind? The tail's close. Itch to seal, or text. Saw this, screamed you. Wild. Ghost for hours, she freaks. What? Positive? Negative? You in thoughts? Mind squat? Free? Cut chats early? Exit meets at peak vibe? Snuff while thriving? Crave more? End with queries, not dots. Tactic 8, the mirror of mystery. This one's about reflecting her own uncertainties back at her, creating a loop where she questions herself in relation to you. Instead of revealing your cards, turn the spotlight subtly on her. Ask probing questions that make her wonder about her own feelings. What is it about me that keeps you coming back? Or, why do you think we're drawn into these conversations? Don't answer them yourself. Let her fill in the blanks. This mirrors her inner dialogue, amplifying her introspection. She starts seeing you as the enigma she needs to solve, but really she's unraveling her own desires. It's subtle, but it binds her thoughts to you as she ponders not just who you are, but who she is with you. The mystery becomes mutual, pulling her deeper into the web. There, void, thrill ride, throne shatter, denial, envy, seeding, unfinished mirror. Deploy, watch changes, lingering gazes, extra pings, control shifts to you. Key kicker, no faking. If inner fear rules her loss, it flops. If timing replies with tremors, she sniffs it. Intuition's keen. These shine when you live the core. Aloofness, resilience. Knowing you're the gem, your path trumps any gal. True indifference to her stay/go. Magnetic, ready to bolt on lines crossed, unstoppable. The shadows I share aren't her dupes. They're your rewrite from frailty. Slay the clingy inner kid for the man's rise. Fixation reacts to command. Not muscle or cash, but inner fortress. Most guys, open plains, stomped flat. You, stronghold, gates shut. Let her wrap, linger, puzzle the interior. That enigma sustains the blaze. You've got the ignition, the chase flip. But post-catch, when fixation dims, real hits, sustain rule sans tyranny, evolve from shadow charmer to eternal ruler. Another chapter. Advanced turf, most unready. If done with last place nice, eager for your raw side, cracking mind codes skipped in class, you're home. Don't spectate, act. Test one today. Observe. For deeper dives into command and want, sub up. No lurkers. Join the elite. See you in the depths.